Welcome to this YouTube channel. In this video we are going to talk about the top 10 biggest airplanes in the world. So before starting this video, like this video, and subscribe to our channel for future updates. Smaller is better for long-haul flight, according to the world's airlines over the last half-decade. Rather than transporting a large number of passengers at once on massive planes, it is preferable to offer more flights, to more destinations, on smaller, more fuel-efficient planes. The world's largest jets, on the other hand, aren't going away anytime soon. Commercial freighters and military cargo planes continue to reach new heights, with the largest passenger jets ever built certain to continue flying for years to come, and lengths, wingspans, and weights. The top 10 biggest airplanes in the world are as follows. Number 10. Boeing C17 Globemaster III. The C5 Galaxy is the largest military jet in the United States, while the C17 Globemaster is the main workhorse. The first Globemaster ascended to the skies in 1991, and 279 more have been produced since then. The C-17 airlifter has a payload capacity of 85.5 tons and is used to transport personnel and goods, execute airlifts and medical evacuations, and fly airdrop routes all over the world. The C-17 Globemaster III is a strategic transport plane that can fly cargo close to a battleground. Increased air mobility needs, particularly for large or heavy non-palletized outsized goods, have increased the size and weight of U.S. mechanized artillery and equipment in recent decades. It measures 174 feet, 53 meters, in length and 169 feet 10 inches in wingspan, 51.77 meters. 4 Pratt & Whitney F117PW100 turbofan engines, based on the commercial Pratt & Whitney PW2040 used on the Boeing 757, power the C-17. Each engine has a thrust rating of 40,400 lbf, 180 kilonewtons. Number 9. Boeing 747. The Dreamlifter is already on the list, although it just scratches the surface of the Queen of the Skies achievements. Boeing has produced nearly 1,500 Boeing 747s, which have served as the world's largest passenger and cargo aircraft, a military command center in the sky, Air Force One, as well as a space shuttle lifter and infrared telescope flyer for NASA. Iron Maiden has one as well, dubbed Ed Force One. In 1971, Boeing debuted the -200, which featured more powerful engines, a larger maximum takeoff weight, MTOW, of 833,000 pounds, 378 t, up from 735,000 pounds, 333 t, and a greater range of 6,560 nmi, 12,150 kilometers, 8,560 kilometers. In 1976, it was shortened for the longer-range 747 SP, and in 1983, it was replaced by the 747-300, which featured a lengthened upper deck with up to 400 passengers in 3 classes. The 747-400, which was debuted in 1989 and is the most frequent model, has enhanced RB211 and CF6 variants, as well as the PW4000, the JT9D successor, and a 2-crew glass cockpit. The lengthened 747-8 was initially delivered in October 2011 after various studies, and was launched on November 14, 2005, with new General Electric GEnx engines. Number 8. Airbus Beluga XL. The Beluga XL was developed in 2014 and made its maiden operational flight in 2020, following more than 200 test flights. It has now joined Airbus' existing massive fleet in transporting certified big things throughout the world. The plane is enormous. It's 206 feet long and features the world's largest cargo plane cross-section. The huge plane is kept aloft by 2 Rolls-Royce Trent 700 turbofan engines. It has a leg, wing, up on the A300-600 supertransporter before it. The Beluga XL can transport not 1, but 2 of the A350XWB's huge wings. The Beluga of the first generation can only hold 1. Number 7. Airbus Beluga. Similar to the Dreamlifter, the Airbus A300-600 supertransporter, sometimes known as the Beluga, was designed to transfer huge and cumbersome aircraft parts. The aircraft, which first flew in 1995, essentially supplanted the SuperGuppy in meeting European needs for big air freight. Airbus engineers created and built various elements of the craft in countries such as the United Kingdom, Germany, France, and Spain. Its 124-foot-long cargo bay has a capacity of over 52 tons. Number 6. Boeing B52 Stratofortress. The B-52 was first put into service in 1955, and the first B-52H, the current type, was introduced in 1961. The B-52 bomber is the Air Force's granddad, aged, but still capable of delivering a devastating punch. From precision-guided conventional bombs to nuclear warheads, the buff, big ugly fat F******** can carry 70,000 pounds of armaments. While the B-2 stealth bomber and B-1 supersonic bomber may be retired when the B-21 is released, the Air Force intends to upgrade the B-52's reliable engines to increase efficiency and range. While the B-52 approaches its sixth decade of service, the technology in its cargo hold continues to advance, with the Air Force preparing to upgrade the bomber with the Long-Range Standoff Missile, a stealthy nuclear cruise missile. Number 5. Antonov In-124 Ruslan. The Antonov Design Bureau has created yet another monstrosity. The Russian Air Force operates the In-124 Ruslan, which is the world's largest combat aircraft. Apart from the Sol In-225, the In-124, NATO reporting name, Condor, was the world's largest and heaviest freight aircraft for nearly 30 years after its introduction in 1984. In 2011, the 747-8F surpassed the In-124. The In-124 can handle even more than the C5 Galaxy, with a reported payload capacity of 165 tons, however its range isn't as lengthy. The In-124 is a Soviet engineering triumph that continues to fly airlifting operations for Russia. Number 4. Boeing 747 Dreamlifter. Boeing needed a cargo plane with a lot of storage in the 2000s to deliver components for the 787 Dreamliner, which has parts created all over the world. The idea was to build a special cargo compartment around the company's largest airliner, the 747. Due to the length of time required by land and marine shipping, Boeing Commercial Airplanes announced on October 13, 2003, that air transport will be the primary mode of transporting parts for the assembly of the Boeing 787 Dreamliner, then known as the 787. The Boeing 787, as well as the Boeing 747-400F, Antonov In-124, and Antonov In-225, were deemed too large for normal marine transport containers. Originally, 3 old passenger 747-400 planes were to be transformed into outsize configurations to transport sub-assemblies from Japan and Italy to North Charleston, South Carolina, and then to Washington State for final assembly, but a 4th plane was added to the program later. The large cargo freighter has a bulging fuselage comparable to the SuperGuppy, and Airbus A300-600 ST Beluga outsize cargo planes, both of which are designed to haul wings and fuselage pieces. Number 3. Lockheed C5 Galaxy. The C5 Galaxy is the largest aircraft commonly flown by the US military, with a payload capacity of about 135 tons. In May 2017, the Air Force stated that the monster airlifter would be reactivated. The C5 can transport 2 M1 Abrams tanks, 16 Humvees, 3 Black Hawk helicopters, and a range of other vehicles. The C5 can travel up to 7,000 miles without refueling without cargo, making it the world's longest-range military airlifter. The C5 is used by the Air Force when it has to deliver a large amount of cargo fast. Number 2. Aerospace Line's SuperGuppy. Although a guppy is prey, the SuperGuppy is a predator. Except for NASA, every organization in the world has retired the bloated aeroplane. The Guppy's large proportions are ideal for transporting spacecraft and rocket components, according to the U.S. Space Agency. The first SuperGuppy was built from the fuselage of a Boeing C17 Stratofortress, which flew for the first time in 1965. The Airbus Beluga has mostly replaced the turboprop cargo plane for huge and strangely shaped freight transportation, but the SuperGuppy will continue to perplex people in the skies, as long as NASA has a use for it, and NASA likes the SuperGuppy. Number 1. Antonov In-225 IMRIA. The Antonov In-225 is the world's largest plane by most measures. Only one of these massive cargo planes was manufactured by the Antonov Design Bureau in the Ukrainian Soviet Socialist Republic. Antonov developed it to transport the Buran spaceplane, the Soviet equivalent of the Space Shuttle, as well as Energia rocket launchers, but as the Soviet space program collapsed, the plane soon found additional airlifting business. With a maximum takeoff weight of 710 tons, the An 225 is the largest aircraft ever built. With a total weight of 559,580 pounds and a single-item payload of 418,830 pounds, it holds the record for total airlifted payload. It has the 290-foot wingspan of any plane currently in the air, as well as 6 engines. What do you think about this video? Do let us know down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.